Good day, colleagues. Let me start the presentation. Internet of Bots, Text Big Data Analytics Case Study. The results of Text Big Data Analytics Study Third Wave are presented. The study is provided by Dell EMC External Research and Academic Alliances in Russia. The study is named after Alvin Toffler's third wave concept about information era. Alvin Toffler was a famous American writer. 49 countries' names from different regions of the world were engaged into data mining. Using API access to Google and Yandex data, morphological matrix of several keywords was collected. Google and Yandex are considered as non-classical hybrid supercomputers with API access as a service to data storage's cloud model. Google and Yandex can be applied as tools to investigate globalization. The term globalization plus localization has been proposed by sociologist professor at University of Pittsburgh Roland Robertson. It means reflection of globalization process on local regional scale. Modern information technologies allow to collect data and investigate collected data in terms of reflection of globalization process on local regional scale. The example of elaborated IT globalization tool is the concept of Federation Business Data Lake that has global scale due to cloud computing and local scale due to peripheral data centers at edge. The similar features have Google and Yandex that are the global systems due to internet and cloud computing, and at the same time they collect data at local scale due to peripheral data centers at edge. In the study, some political and economic processes were investigated using API access from the point of view of globalization. Mention currencies and topicality of crisis issue in text in conjunction with the country's names. Another approach to investigate globalization is Kondratiev waves geographic capture assessment. We can look to global plus local picture of currencies preference, global plus local picture of health impact, global plus local picture of advanced economics. In this study, we show the capacity of morphological analysis using API. Extracting new knowledge from DAC data, we illustrate how API access to big data storages can be used for producing different types of data analysis that help through the decision-making process in many spheres: politics, economics, healthcare, industry, education, etc. Global plus local picture of currencies preference. The local picture of countries' dependence on two global leading currencies, euro and dollar, is shown. The number of counted keywords, euro exchange rate and dollar exchange rate, in conjunction with countries' names and 2015 year of text publication, reflect the country's interest in euro and dollar. Looking to diagrams can be described globalization picture regarding two global currencies. Can be mentioned that dollar has different features than euro. There are some countries which show it more interest in dollar than euro: China, Syria, Yemen, Iran, Georgia. Other countries show it more interest in euro than dollar: Europe countries, Israel, Egypt, Japan, Peru, Canada, Ukraine, Azerbaijan. The next set of diagrams shows the dependence between keywords that reflect interest in currencies and keywords that reflect reaction to crisis. The very strong Pearson correlation coefficient was found between keywords dollar exchange rate and crisis, and the strong correlation coefficient was found between keywords euro exchange rate and crisis. Also, the very strong Pearson correlation coefficient was found between keywords dollar exchange rate and inflation, and the strong correlation coefficient was found between keywords euro exchange rate and inflation. Based on this finding, we can notice that text big data analytics shows the important role of US dollar in the world economics. Such processes as crisis and inflation reflected through keywords have the very strong correlations with keywords dollar exchange rate. On this slide you see on the right the results of Google Trends search that show the themes which are related to keyword crisis. In the study third wave, group of countries named social impact was found. These countries are characterized by significantly higher frequency of counted keywords crisis, inflation, price increase, unemployment, dismissal. Countries of group social impact were analyzed in terms of relationship between keywords crisis and dollar exchange rate, and crisis and euro exchange rate. Number of keywords crisis has a strong correlation with the number of keywords dollar exchange rate, but there is not significant correlation between counted keywords crisis and euro exchange rate, moderate Pearson correlation coefficient. This is a sign that countries of group social impact depend on US dollar. On this slide, you see countries from rating of Bloomberg Innovation Index 2016, world's most innovative economies. Bloomberg Innovation Index includes countries with high percentage of innovation component in economics. There are 9 countries of group social impact among countries from top of Bloomberg Innovation Index: Germany, Sweden, Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, United States, Israel, Russia, Ireland. Countries of top of Bloomberg Innovation Index show at less number of keywords dollar exchange rate in comparison with number of keywords euro exchange rate. Very strong correlation was found between number of keywords crisis and dollar exchange rate and crisis and euro exchange rate. Significant role of euro in innovation development of countries' economies can be noticed. On this slide, cluster analysis K-means is presented. It helps to divide countries into groups with different activity and different levels of citing on the internet. 5 clusters are found. For investigation of health impact, cluster analysis was used. Global plus local picture of health impact. For clusters with high level of internet activity and citing that include big countries with developed economy, several very strong Pearson correlation coefficients were found between metadata from World Health Organization Global Health Observatory and counted keywords. A very strong correlation were found between counted keywords inflation and mortality rate from diabetes mellitus. We can explain this correlation by the fact that healthy foods for diabetics become inaccessible due to inflation. People cannot afford expensive healthy food and buy cheap harmful products. Strong correlation were found between counted keywords crisis and adult mortality rate. Mortality rate from cardiovascular diseases, non-communicable diseases, and malignant neoplasm. Strong correlation were found between counted keywords dismissal and adult mortality rate. Text big data analytics shows the important results. Global economic crisis causes the population mortality from diseases. In countries of clusters with high level of internet activity and citing that are big and economically developed, Keywords crisis, dismissal, unemployment, inflation have the correlation with population mortality from non-communicable diseases, including cardiovascular diseases and cancer. In countries of cluster with middle level of internet activity and citing, was found the same very strong correlation between counted keywords crisis and adult mortality rate. And in countries of cluster with low level of internet activity and citing, was found the correlation between keywords crisis and mortality from communicable infectious diseases. This cluster includes not only small developed countries, but many countries with poor economics from Middle East, North Africa, Central Asia. Poor countries being under economic crisis incur epidemic of infectious diseases. The common conclusion for this part of the study is that World Health Organization and domestic national health care systems cannot achieve the objective of healthcare alone without measures to overcome the economic crisis at the global scale. The next part of the study was dedicated to turnaround of global technological order and Kondrativ waves. We investigate global plus local picture of advanced economics. Nikolai Kondrativ was a Russian economist. He proposed the theory of long-term 50 to 60 years cycles of economics development that now are called Kondrativ waves. Nikolai Kondrativ was arrested in 1930. He continued his research in prison, and in 1938, during Stalingrad Purge, he was executed by firing squad as enemy of the Soviet people. On this slide, the Kondrativ waves sequence is shown. Kondrativ waves are the measure of evolution of technological order. 10 keywords of morphological matrix in this study reflect the main modern economic trends and indicate different Kondrativ waves. Collected morphological matrix of several keywords was divided to units: unit information, unit energy and material, and unit social inequality and stress load. All 49 countries that were included into study were grouped to 3 groups depending on one of units' predominance. You see the map with marks of countries that belong to group unit information, yellow marks, group unit energy and material, brown marks, and group unit social inequality and stress load, red marks. On this slide, you see the examples of morphological matrix of keywords visualization for different countries. Morphological matrix for United States shows that this country is a world leader and has the best 6 Kondrativ wave capture. Morphological matrix for Russia shows the prepotency of keywords of unit energy and material. Russia is still under 5th Kondrativ wave. Morphological matrix for Finland shows the prepotency of keywords of unit information. Finland has 6 Kondrativ wave capture. This is the value chain map that modified for investigation of counted keywords. Making value chain map, we can look to patterns of keywords in dynamics. All components of the value chain map are evolving from left to right due to demand competition. Blue font on the scheme marks the selected keywords phases. Value chain map allows to put keywords in needed sequence to determine what is already covered previous stage of development and what is the innovative stage which determines future success during upcoming 6 Kondrativ wave. The aim of value chain map is to show a moment of advantage, a moment of competition. In presented chain, the moment of competition which will guarantee leadership is energy power. Electricity generation will determine the acceleration of development of new technology and ecosystem of Internet of Things. This is the value chain map for countries of Euro-Atlantic region. At this diagram, the patterns of keywords in million counted during 2015 in conjunction with the countries' names are presented in dynamics from left to right. The arrow shows the advantages for competition at the world market during upcoming sixth quadratic wave. The level of counted keywords cloud computing increases for United States, Canada, United Kingdom and Germany. These countries have achieved sixth quadratic wave capture. United States, Canada, United Kingdom and Germany will be ahead among other countries achieving the widely distributed market of cloud computing that will ensure economic leadership. United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany and Russia showed the increased level of counted keywords electric cars. This is also a very crucial trend of development and the sign of future presence 5 countries at this new market on leading position. United States and Germany show the growing interest in solar energy. 2 countries have the predominant number of counted keywords solar panel. The second row filled Canada, United Kingdom and Russia. During sixth quadratic wave, unlimited energy supply will ensure the advantages of economic development. Russia traditionally focuses on nuclear energy that, along with solar energy, assure the advantages during increasing energy demand. On this diagram, 4 countries show the predominant number of counted keywords nuclear power plant: United States, Canada, United Kingdom and Russia. It can be predicted that United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany and Russia will be the major electricity suppliers for world ecosystem of Internet of Things during sixth quadratic wave. The most of the countries among presented show the growing interest in hydrocarbons. Euro-Atlantic region will be pioneer at the new market of carbon materials, printing ink for 3D printing that will replace at hydrocarbons market fuel to materials. API access to data storages is the modern and growing industry. In the study third wave, opportunity to extract new knowledge from dark data, data which wasn't recognized before as data, is investigated. Study allows to understand influence of globalization on local scale that is called globalization process. Study showed dollar significant role in the global processes of social and economic stability or instability, economic crisis impact to population health, and United States was identified as world leader of sixth quadratic wave capture and new technological order accepting. All these findings were detected due to morphological matrix of just 20 keywords. This study can be called API sociology. Thank you very much for watching. More detailed description of this study you can read in the conference proceedings.